Good morning and good evening, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. In 2025 year as well, you have lot of opportunities towards data side, right? Everybody's telling data is next generation fuel, right? Data is a currency today. Data is everything today. That is what Google is saying, Microsoft is saying. Lot of opportunities towards data side. Clear? If you wanted to work with the data, you need to understand from very basic level to understand, advanced level of, data analytics, data engineering, data science. These skills are, needed today if you wanted to work with an IT company today. These are the skills, these are available in the market today. Clear? But all these skills anybody can learn. People who are coming from non-IT background or maybe IT background, maybe you could be a SQL DBA or admin, you could be coming from a banking sector, maybe coming from insurance sector, or you're a housewife for more than 10 years, or you're coming from BCom, BA, botany, zoology background, doesn't matter. Here, I'm going to be teaching you all about data, all about data oriented technologies. Clear? IT industry is going to be doing two things today. One is that IT industry is not going to produce any software. If somebody tells you IT industry is producing a software, means it is completely wrong. IT industry is going to be doing only two things. One is called, it is going to be storing the data. The second one is called IT industry is going to process your data. Clear? If you wanted to work with the IT industry, compulsorily you have to work either data side. So IT industry, I'm going to be talking about. What is that it is going to be doing? So many people will say IT industry producing a lot of software. I'll say I stands for information technology, right? Information technology industry is not going to produce a software. What it is doing? IT industry is going to be doing only two things. That is what you need to understand always. Okay, IT industry is going to store your data. That is step number one. IT industry is going to compute your data, or it is going to be processing your data. Clear? If you wanted to store the data in the IT industry, normally we are going to be using a technology, a software called SQL software. Clear? If you wanted to process the data, we are going to be using a technology called a language. Language like C or C++ or Java or Python, any language that you learn today, it is going to process your data, or which is going to be computing your data. Clear? For example, I have data 10 and 20, I have it. This is the data, I have it. If I wanted to store the data, I may use SQL. SQL is also called as database management system. So I have stored some data here. After the storing the data, I have to compute the data. Compute means I wanted to process the data. If you wanted to process the data, for example, I wanted to know what is the sum of these two numbers. That is what is called computing or a processing. So sum will be 30. I wanted to know what is the minimum, what is the maximum, what is the average, what how many numbers you have, what is the count, what is the mid, what is the mode, median mode, all of them I wanted to understand. So storing the data will be done with the help of SQL. But if you wanted to compute the data, or if you wanted to process the data, processing means I wanted to know what is the sum, minimum, what is the maximum, what is the average, what is the count, how many numbers you have. If you wanted to do this kind of a processing, then definitely you have to write the code. The code can be written using a C language or a C++ or a Java or a Python or maybe. .NET or anything else. Clear? So here we are not going to be learning Java, learning .NET today because I don't want to go and learn these languages. Languages are very, very complex. Clear? Languages are very, very complex. I don't want to learn the language. I wanted to work towards data. Clear? So if you wanted to get into IT industry, first of all, you need to know how IT industry is going to be storing the data. That is what you need to know. We are going to be learning only towards data side only. We are not going to be learning towards data processing side, or we are not going to be learning towards language side. Languages are very, very complex. Languages are very vast, and languages are more complex to learn. Don't go and learn today full stack Python, full stack Java, full stack .NET. Don't try to learn these kind of a languages today because you will end up with losing a lot of time, money, energy, and more complex. Instead of going towards the data processing side, you please come towards data storing and doing a lot of other things in the other side. Am I clear? So, if you wanted to store a large amount of data, clear? So, end of the day, as I told you, if you wanted to store data, so data can give you information, right? But what is the size of the data I'm going to be talking about here? Size is very, very important, right? When you have a small amount of data, clear? So if you have small amount of data, for example, I'm getting KBs of data or I may be getting megabyte of data. So think about Go Online Trainings company. I'm going to be getting every day 100 inquiries, right? So 1 month data will be some 3,000 inquiries or maybe 1,000 inquiries. 1,000 inquiries data, where will I store? Either I may maintain a pen and paper. I'm going to be writing all the data in the pen and paper, or I may be using Excel file. When you have a small amount of data, IT industry can use a computer. Within the computer, you can store the data into the file. Clear? It is very, very small amount of data I'm going to be talking about. Yeah, am I clear? But if you're getting every day GBs of data, I'm talking about medium size of data. Clear? Every day I'm getting a GBs of data. Think about Amazon company, think about State Bank of India, think about Walmart company, think about Phone Pay company. All the companies are getting every month or every day 200 GB of data, 400 GB of data, 500 GB of data. GBs of data cannot be stored in the in the files. File may be Excel file, maybe a text file, any file you can use it here. All right. Files always will take only small amount of data. When you have GBs of data, this is when I'm going to be using a software called SQL software. Clear? Or it is also called as a database management system software. You have to know clearly, right? So when you have 1,000 students data, your phone number, your email ID, your roll number, I would like to store. I have only 1,000 students data. Where will I store? Either you may use a notebook, notepad, or you may use Excel sheet and store the data, maybe 5 KB, 10 MB, 20 MB of data. Clear? But we are talking about every month. Think about Amazon company, think about State Bank of India company. Their data every month will be in GBs. Clear? This kind of a data, you have to store them in SQL, or IT industry is going to be giving you a software called database management system. Now, the third one we need to know. So every month you're getting 500 GB of data. Think like this into 12 months data, approximately it will become 6,000 GB of data. This is 1 year data into, I'm talking about 10 years data. It will become, 6,000 is equivalent to 6 terabytes of data. Okay. It is 6 terabytes of data. Into 10 years, it will become 60 terabytes of data. Clearly. So GBs of data, if you want to store, you can use, SQL. When you have terabytes of data, 1000 GB is equivalent to 1 terabyte. Okay, 1000 GB approximately. I'm talking about actually 1024 GB, but I can say 1000 GB of data is equivalent to 1 terabyte of data. Like that, I have 60 terabytes of data. Slowly, the sizes are getting increased. So, IT industry is going to be having a software called data warehousing software. Am I clear? When you have this much of a data warehouse, technology or tools can be used, or softwares can be used to store large amount of data. Am I clear? Small data means Excel or any file. Medium data means you can go SQL or RDBMS or database management systems. When you have a terabytes of data, large amount of data means I can go and deal with the data warehousing technologies. Okay, this was a story till year 2000. So, computer industry started. Charles Babbage invented a computer in 1920, right? After that, we have a lot of languages and files are being used in 1960s. Okay, you have notepad, you have Excel file, these files where the data is being stored in the 1960s. But 1970 IT industry realized that we cannot use a file. We have to have dedicated software to store the data. The software invented in 1970 in the IT industry. So the software name is called SQL software to store the data. Am I clear? Now, after 20 years, in 1990s, slowly they have realized that the data is not into GBs. Now, slowly they have realized that the data is more and more. Data is more and more. They have started one more concept called data warehouse, because GBs of data I can store in the SQL or RDBMS or SQL. But slowly, after 20 years, 60 years to 70, 10 years, 70 to 90, 90 to 20 years. So Microsoft and IBM company, lot of other companies, they thought that this technology is not sufficient. We have to invent one more technology to store this much of a data. So this was a story. 1920, you have got the computer, but after that, these many technologies have been created or invented only to store the data. Clear? But after year 2000, many things have changed in the world. So what is the biggest thing? The biggest thing is called internet is introduced worldwide. WWW is introduced. Internet is introduced worldwide. That is one. And hardware becomes so cheaper. Hardware become so cheaper, and social media got introduced worldwide. So these are the things have been introduced in year 2000 or early 90s and early 2000. Clear? What are they? Hardware becomes so cheaper. Earlier, I was buying a laptop in 1996 or 97, 2000. A small laptop was a 2 lakh, 2 lakhs 50,000 rupees in Bangalore. I was working for a Bangalore, right? And today, the hi-fi configuration laptop cost is 20, 30,000 rupees. Slowly, hardware become cheaper. So because of that, many people started using laptops and desktops worldwide. That is one thing. Because of internet rates also slowly came down, and slowly social media got introduced. Because of that, lot of data got generated. When? After year 2000. Clear? So this kind of a data is called as what? Big data. Because whatever be the data, we're talking about small data, medium data, large amount of data. But people said, now we are experiencing very, very big data. Large, after that, what is the size? Excel data, double Excel data, triple Excel data. It is unlimited Excel data. Small size, medium size, large size, Excel size. This kind of a data is called as, what is the size now? We're talking about petabyte data, zettabyte data, now yottabyte data. Now, this kind of a data, yottabyte data, exabyte of data. This kind of a data, all the data is called as a big data. Who's given this name? Big data name given by Google company, right? Because Google search engine launched in early 1990s, and everybody is started using Orkut. Orkut was before Facebook, social media. Orkut, and lot of data people were searching. Lot of internet usage is increased worldwide. So Google is getting a large amount of data. It is given a name in year 2003. Hey folks, we are getting a large amount of data. We don't know where to store the data. IT industry is not ready to store this kind of a data. So year 2003, Google said, hey, we have unlimited data. So KBs of data files can handle, GBs of data SQL can handle, terabyte of data warehousing system can handle. We'll talk about what is data warehousing and later. But as of now, you can think. Right. But year 2003, Google said when you have a large amount of data, that to different data started coming in. Structured data, that is tables. Unstructured data, that means video files, audio files, blah, blah, blah. Semi-structured data, news articles, lot of XML data, lot of varieties of data also started coming in. Earlier, all the things only focusing on the structured data. Clear? So it is only structured data. This is what is called big data. When Google is saying this is big data, all this data is called now small data only. Clear? So small data only. Remember, so you have in the IT industry small data and big data. Small data means completely structured data. Big data means not only structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. Year 2003, Google company has focused. Google company has clearly told, hey guys, we are getting large amount of data now. Do you have any technology to store the data? IT industry is completely shocked now. They don't have any technology to store the data, but Google company identified, guys, we are going to be getting large amount of data. Now we need to do some kind of an R&D and invent a technology. Okay. And what is the big data? What are the characteristics of the big data? All these things got published by Google in year 2003. And after a few years, in year 2006, there is a company or foundation called Apache Software Foundation. Okay, so I'm talking about, there's a company called Apache Software Foundation is released a software called Apache Hadoop. Clear? If you wanted to store large amount of data, this is the software. Okay. Which company has released it? Apache Software Foundation company released a software in year 2006 in the IT industry. Worldwide, people were very, very happy. Big data Hadoop, big data Hadoop, lot of training programs also people were learning, and people, launched this kind of a training programs. You can store unlimited data. Any kind of a data is called as a big data now. And structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data, that kind of a data, you will be able to store them in Apache Hadoop in year 2006, and it has lot of issues. Immediately, Apache company has released one more software called Apache Spark. What is the next software they have released? Apache Spark in year 2009 to store large amount of data. Today, IT industry is going to be having only four components. One is small data means files, Excel files, CSV files, GBs of data means SQL and RDBMS, terabytes of data means data warehousing data. This kind of a data is called as a small data. What is the big data? Big data means Excel, double Excel, triple Excel. Unlimited data is called as a big data. Big data word is created by Google company in year 2003. And Google company said, we have to invent a software to store this much of a data. Hardware is fine, but some software has to be installed to store the data, right? Computer is there, but inside the computer, you need to install Excel, or you need to have software like SQL, software like data warehousing. Like that, you need to invent one software, right? That software nobody is invented, but the characteristic of the big data is being elaborated or created in a book called Big Data Concepts. The concepts have been taken by Apache Software Foundation company. They have released a first version of software called Apache Hadoop to store large amount of data. Now, Apache Hadoop has a lot of issues, so lot of negative feedback received by the public all over the world to the Apache Software Foundation. Immediately released one more software called Apache Spark in 2009. So today, large amount of data, big data, if you wanted to store the entire world. Today, we are talking about 2025. Clear? So we have only these four technologies, these four softwares are available worldwide to store the data. Am I clear? So when you have a small data, only structured data, large amount of data means you need to think about Apache Spark and these things. Okay, I want to give you one big picture. Okay, so as you know, small amount of data means a file, right? This is MB of data or KBs of data. GBs of data means SQL or RDBMS, and terabyte of data means data warehousing. So tomorrow I'll be talking about all these things one by one. Okay, because today the time is not sufficient, right? I will be able to give you the introduction today. Tomorrow we'll talk about one by one, everything, right? This is what is called small data. That is according to the IT industry. It is completely structured data. Structured data means data which is there in the table format: employee ID, employee name, employee salary. You create a table, store the data, or sales data, transaction ID, product ID, a customer name, something like that, right? After that, we have a big data. Big data, if you would like to store, we have a software called Hadoop, Apache Hadoop. Now this is gone, and we have now Apache Spark. Am I clear? Apache Spark is a software to store big data. Small data, we have a big data. What is the data size we're talking about today? Petabyte data, zettabyte data, yottabyte data, yollabyte of data, any unlimited data if you wanted to store. So we are talking about only these technologies that we have it. Clear? I will give you simple example so that you can understand very easily. So I wanted to go to supermarket. How do I go? I take a bike and go, because supermarket is 3 kilometers away from my house. I can go by walk, I can go by a cycle, I can go by a bike, because 3 kilometers from my house. I wanted to go to, let us say, 500 kilometers. I would like to go to Hyderabad to Vishakhapatnam, 500 kilometers away. How do I go? Can I go by a walk? No, no, no. Can I go by a cycle? No, 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 no. Can I go by a bike? No, 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 no. I have to go by a car or a bus or the train. Okay. When the distance is more, you are changing the tool. Clear? When the data size is small, you are using a file. When the data size is larger, you are going to use SQL. When the distance is 500 kilometers, you are going to be using a car or the bus or the train, because distance is more. Data size is more. You cannot use a file. You need to use SQL. Okay. I wanted to go to Dubai from Hyderabad. Can I go by a bus or the train or the car? No, 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 no. I have to use the flight, right? Now the data size is in terabyte. Now can I use a normal SQL? No, 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 no. I have to use data warehouse. Clear? When the distance is more, we are using a flight. Now I wanted to go to Mars or the moon. Can I go by a flight? No, 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 no. I need to use a rocket. When the distance is more and more, we have changed the tool flight to rocket. Now I'm changing the tool from data warehousing to Hadoop or the Spark. Am I clear? Depends upon what? Only one thing, that is distance. Okay, small distance cycle, little more distance bus or the train, even more bigger distance go by a flight, unlimited distance go by a rocket. So on what basis you're going to choose the tool depends upon the distance, right? Like that, on what basis you're going to be choosing the software here depends upon the size of the data. Clear? So we are talking about a 2025 today, or maybe 2026 tomorrow, doesn't matter. End of the day, we can store the data only in these four areas. Clear? Once you store the data, what is it we're going to be doing? So when you store the data, the next thing you need to do, take the data from here, take the data from here, take the data from here, take the data from here. You are going to be using this data either for BI, or you're going to be using the data for either for BI or AI. What is a BI? BI stands for business intelligence, means data analytics. Business intelligence is called as a data analytics, and AI means artificial intelligence. It is called as machine learning. Am I clear? So, end of the day, if you wanted to run your application or if you wanted to analyze your data, we're talking about data analytics using Power BI. What is a data analytics? Data analytics means understanding the past. Okay. Now, that is what you need to know. What is data analytics? Data analytics means, it is also called as a business intelligence. It is understand the past. Okay. Understand the past is called data analytics. Clear? So you need to know clearly. But what is AI or a data science? Data science is called as artificial intelligence. It is also called as machine learning today. Clear? What is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is very, very simple. It is going to be predict the future. Remember, both of them needs data. Okay, both of them needs data, but data analytics is called as understand the past is called as a data analytics, and predicting the future is called as a data science or AINML. So if you wanted to do AI applications, means AI is going to be predicting the data. Clear? So AI applications can be built with the help of data only. For example, we are talking about Chat GPT. Chat GPT is what kind of an application? It is a AI application. But where is the Chat GPT data coming from? Chat GPT is a application. This data coming from here only. A bigger Spark is going to be storing the data. What is the data we're talking about here? Large amount of data. Let us say 1,000 Himalayas the size of the data I'm talking about. Now, Chat GPT is one A application. The data, who's going to be storing the data? Apache Spark is going to be storing the data. What kind of a data it can store? As I told you, structured data, that is tables data. Unstructured data means AI videos, audios, all the data. Unstructured data. Semi-structured data means it may be having news articles, or maybe having your XML files, PDF files. All the data may be semi-structured data. So this kind of a data, who's going to be storing today? Hadoop and Apache Spark. This data, so you are able to get it. And AI application Chat GPT, when you go and ask something here in the Chat GPT is going to be built using AI. This AI data purpose, it's going to be going to the Spark. And what is the size of the data I'm talking about? It is going to be 1,000 Himalayas size of data. If you cut the data into DVDs and stack them, arrange all the DVDs, now these DVDs will become thousands of Himalayas size. That is the data Chart GPT application is going to be retrieving, and it is going to be giving you a lot of images, lot of text, a lot of language process it's going to be doing. Chart GPT is one of the AI application. Clear? So Chart GPT is actually Gen AI application, generative AI application, but AI is going to be predicting something. Chat GPT is not a predictions. It's not going to do any predictions. It is going to be generating what? So it's generating a text, generating a audio, video by taking your inputs. Am I clear? So AI application is going to be predicting something. So predictions are called as AI, right? But what about BI, business intelligence, called as data analytics, understanding the past? For example, Amazon company wanted to know what was my sales last 5 years. Last 5 years means understanding the past. Clear? If you wanted to understand the past, that is what is called data analytics. It can tell you this was a sales last 5 years. But Amazon company also wanted to know what would be my sales next 5 years in India. So who's going to be predicting the data now? So by seeing the historical data, you can understand the past. By seeing the historical data, you will be able to tell future predictions as well. Am I clear? So AI applications are going to be telling you next 5 years the sales will be in India like this: one, two, three, four, five. Clear? So next 1 year or next 5 years, are we going to get rains in Hyderabad or not? If yes, what is the rain we are expecting next 5 years? Based on the historical data, based on the old data, artificial intelligence AI applications can predict. Clear? So this is what you need to understand. So if you wanted to run your AI application, if you wanted to run your BI means business intelligence, that is also called as data analytics application. Somebody has to store the data and somebody has to give you the data, right? So who's going to be getting the data, storing the data, cleaning the data, storing the data? Somebody has to get the data and give you the data here, right? Who's going to be doing getting the data, storing the data? There is a guy, the guy called data engineer. So this guy, he's called data engineer, is going to be forget about files, is going to be getting the data from SQL, storing the data. You may be using data warehousing systems, or you may be using big data Spark systems and storing and cleaning and arranging the data so that AI people can use it, BI people can use it. Am I clear? Data engineering is the guy who should know SQL, data warehousing, and Spark. Clear? So this is what you need to know. So data engineering is the guy who's going to be supplying the data to the AI guys, and you're going to be supplying the data to the BI guys. So you need to know, end of the day, if you wanted to run AI, artificial intelligence, BI means business intelligence. So somebody has to give the data from the file or from SQL or from data warehousing or from big data Apache Spark. Clear? So these are completely structured data only you can get it. But this is where structured data, unstructured data is also called as a binary data. Binary means what? Zeros and ones. Your audio file, video file, images, photos, pictures, all the data that you're going to upload in your social media will be binary data or unstructured data, or you may have semi-structured data. Clear? So your AI application today is going to be getting the data from the Spark only. What is the size of the Apache Spark? I told you it is 1,000 Himalaya size. Okay, you will not be able to manage this kind of a data. A teams like a data engineering team who's going to be getting the data, collecting the data, and after that cleaning the data, and depends upon the size they are going to be storing the data. Getting the data, cleaning the data, storing the data is going to be done by the data engineering team. Clear? If you learn SQL and data warehousing and Apache Spark, then you can become a data engineer, Azure data engineer, AWS data engineer, something like this, data engineer. If you're working with AI and ML, you will become a data scientist or AI and ML expert. Clear? If you learn SQL and data warehousing and Power BI, so what all you're going to be learning? SQL you need to know, data warehousing you need to know, and the Power BI you need to know. What is the Power BI? I will be able to tell you in tomorrow's class. Within 3 months, you will be able to learn this course. You will become a data analyst. So if you want to become a data science AI guy means you have to know SQL, you have to know data warehousing, you have to know AI, artificial intelligence, you have to know machine learning, you have to know deep learning, you have to know statistics, stats, you have to know maths, right? You have to know Python. Lot of things you're going to be learning Python, right? It will be 1.5 year course. Okay, 1.5 year course. This will be 3 months course. If you wanted to get into IT industry, you can either take data analytics or you can go in for a data engineering, collecting the data, cleaning the data, storing the data. You learn SQL, data warehousing, Apache Spark. You can become a data engineer, or you can also learn data science. What is the data science? Data science means getting the data, doing a lot of predictions. Am I clear? So data science will be more complicated, right? If you're raw and you don't know where to go, I strongly recommend first option will be data analytics, low coding, no coding, right? So I understand the coding means you can go in for data engineering. You will have a little bit coding. And if you need more coding means more complexity means you can go in for data science or artificial intelligence or machine learning. Am I clear? So these are the courses which are available. What is the prerequisite for everybody? SQL, everywhere SQL, everywhere SQL. Without SQL, you should not get into IT industry. Am I clear? So what is data engineering? What is data engineering? Data engineering means what? Collecting the data, then clean the data, then store the data. So if you want to become a data analyst, SQL you need to know, data warehousing, ETL. Tomorrow I'll talk about ETL. ETL you need to know, and Power BI you have to learn. This will be 3 months course, and no coding or low coding. No coding, or people will say low coding. So any BA, BCom, MBA guys can get into this. So within 3 months you can complete the course. But I strongly recommend 6 months because you have to practice a lot of real time case studies and projects. Okay. Even though I'm saying 3 months, but you need minimum 6 months of time to complete the course. So in this, we have to learn all of them. Not only that, you need to learn a lot of artificial intelligence and machine learning and deep learning. You have to know maths, you have to know stats, you should learn Python and large language models. It will become complex and more coding. Okay, complex and more coding. If you enjoy coding means you will be able to join in this. We have this course as well. It will get completed so within 1.5 year, including everything. So we have a dedicated faculty, Dr. Venkat, PhD faculty, 20 years of experience. Dr. Venkat is going to be taking this syllabus. You can also plan for this, but which is more complicated. Data engineering, where you should know SQL, data warehousing, and Apache Spark. Okay, Apache Spark you need to learn, and Python is you need to know. So this not very complex, medium level of complex. Okay, medium level of complexity and a medium level of coding is also there. You can complete within 3 months, but I'll say 6 months you will be able to complete. Okay, so data engineering, data analytics, and data science called as AI and ML. So data analyst is going to be asking you, what was my sales in India last 5 years? This was the question a data analyst is going to be asking. If you're working for Amazon company, this is the question you will ask. Or if you're a data scientist, you will be asking, what will be my sales in India next 5 years? So you are going to be doing a lot of predictions. Clear? But where is the data is getting stored in the IT industry? Maybe in Excel, maybe in SQL, maybe in data warehousing, maybe in Apache Spark. Clear? Chart GPT data, Copilot data, Google Gemini data, all the data today, who's going to be giving you? So, a lot of data engineers team is going to be collecting the data from lot of social media, your Facebook data, your Amazon chart data, Amazon ratings data, your Twitter data, X data, lot of Facebook data is going to be collected, is going to be cleaned. All the data going to be stored in the Apache Spark. On top of Apache Spark, we have now lot of applications like AI, Chat GPT applications, Copilot applications are running. Who's going to be maintaining this Apache Spark? It is going to be storing a large amount of data today. So companies like smaller companies like State Bank of India, this kind of a companies cannot maintain that kind of a data. Google, Facebook, Microsoft, right? Elon Musk companies can maintain 1,000 Himalayas of data. Clear? So today, the data storing we understood and we spoken about what is data engineering, what is data analytics, and what is data science. Briefly, I have given you the introduction. So you go to YouTube and you search and search, search and search. Nobody will give you this kind of introduction. You can search. You can read thousands of books. You will be, completely disappointed with the content. They'll be completely misguiding you. They'll be telling you wrong things. The nobody is going to be giving you proper instruction there. You will get confused, right? So if you want to become a data analyst, lot of opportunities worldwide you have. Even the in recession time, my students are getting 3, 3, 4, 4 offer letters. How? A 8 lakhs per annum who was getting guy, he's got 3 offer letters whose name is Mukesh. Like that, Akshay, Mukesh, lot of people received very big offer letters. All these people are coming from non-IT background, mechanical background, right? So this guy, uh, this guy is called, let me tell you this guy, Mukesh Srivastava from Noida, Delhi. He was working for a law company only with the Excel sheets last 10 years and 8 lakh salary package this guy has it now. Today he received 3 offer letters, not today, October 2024 he received 3 offer letters. Highest package was 23 lakhs with Sutherland. Now tell me how? Because of one thing, that is skill. Recession cannot stop him. He is from distance education background, not full-time degree also. 2012 passed out guy, distance education guy, 10 years of a gap, and never worked for any IT industry. Completely, he knows some Excel. That's it, nothing else. He got 3 offer letters, 15 lakhs, 18 lakhs, 23 lakhs offer letters in the month of October 2024. Guys, if you have any kind of a questions, if you wanted to have one-to-one career counseling, you can call me on this. We have data engineering batches are going on. We have data analytics batches are going on, and we have data science AI and ML is also going on, and full stack Python is also one more batch. Totally 4 courses Go Online Trainings is offering, and much more job opportunities at the age of 35, 40. Many people are moving. Reskilling and upskilling is important today. If you're stuck at some place, maybe working in the banking for more than 10 years, so no growth because of AI, lot of operation jobs people are losing, right? Lot of people are not able to get much more salaries. If you're getting a less salary, means it is a time to upskill yourself, reskill yourself, come out of your banking industry, come out of your pharma industry, come out from your teaching industry, come out from your non-technical background, civil background, non-IT background, accountancy background, finance background. Learn these kind of technologies today. Get into IT industry. People who are earning 20, 30, 40,000 rupees today, you can earn a starting package will be 15, 20 lakhs. And with my skill, you will be able to get into IT industry. You can sustain in the IT industry. Never, never learn courses. Always, I say that we do not teach courses. Many people will tell me, sir, Udemy, I am having Power BI. Can I learn Udemy courses and can I get a job? 100% you cannot. Sir, can I learn YouTube videos and can I get a job? 100% you cannot. It is not the course you require today. It is more than the course. You need to have a, you need to have good skill. Skill means after getting job, you have to sustain. You need to be there in the company. So that is what is called skill, right? If you mug up 10 interview questions, or if you go in for a proxy, somebody will do the proxy, you get a job. But after that, getting a job, can you sustain in the company? You cannot. So again, you realize that it is not the course I should learn. I need to have a proper mentoring, a proper guru I need to have that I am missing. You cannot learn the course within 1 month. You cannot learn English in 21 days, right? Learn English in 20 days, learn a skill in 5 years. These kind of institutions, when you follow, you lose opportunities. Clear? You build the skill. Skill can be learned with proper duration, with the proper gurus only. Clear? You never go for the course. Don't say, I'm learning a Python course. It is of no use at all. Don't learn a Power BI. Power BI cannot give you any job, I'm telling you. SQL cannot give you any job until and unless you need to convert the course into skill with the help of proper mentors. Clear? Proper gurus you need to have. Otherwise, you will be blaming recession is going on. My son is intelligent, he's not able to get a job. Intelligence, my son has done lot of courses. See, doing a course is something different, building a skill is something different. Don't think that if you join some institution you will be able to pick up some skill. That cannot happen. Simply learning a skill is completely difficult and more complex, more time consuming process. With the proper gurus and proper mentors only you can achieve that. But simply if you join some 20 days of Power BI, 5 days of SQL means you're simply wasting your money, energy. There is no use at all. Clear? You cannot do trials and errors at the age of 25, 35, 45, right? Many people will come, sir, I have learned Power BI 3 times. The problem is every time that guys are learning only basics, so they do not picked up the skills. Clear? It is important that. So today I have completed part 1 demo. So tomorrow, same time, with the same meeting ID, we'll continue part 2 demo. So tomorrow I'll talk about some more technical things. And a day after tomorrow, you can understand everything what is ETL, what is data warehousing, everything you will be able to talk about in class 3. So continue the tomorrow demo as well. It is completely free, free guys. Clear? So I'm having 24, 25 years of experience. I'm here because I passionate about teaching. I wanted to share my knowledge and I wanted to show the right path to next generation people. If you don't have the good teachers, you'll be cheated by lot of institutions, right? Lot of institutions are charging 4.5 lakh for the data analytics. Manipal University charging 4.5 lakhs for the data analytics. Upgrade institution is charging more than 1 lakh. But end of the day, they don't teach you anything. You compare my course and you compare data analytics by Manipal University or data analytics by any other bigger MBA institutions, they'll be charging 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs for 1 year course. So when you compare with their course and my course, people are getting very, very bigger packages, 3344 offer letters. Clear? Many people told me, sir, we paid 4.5 lakhs to Manipal University. After seeing your course, we have stopped going there and we have rejoined in your institutions. Right? Many people, commented like that. So don't waste your time. They'll be charging a lot and you will not be able to get into anything. We have fixed timings and flexible timings. Fixed timings means morning, evening, we'll have live batches. If you have a time problem, you can join in the flexible timing. That means recorded videos are available. You just make the amount and join the course. You can anytime watch the video and call me, sir. This is my doubt. Can I, ask you? Yes, this is the number. You can just call me and ask me the question. So time cannot be a problem for you, right? We have fixed timing classes, we have flexible timing classes. You can choose for any one of the course and you can take the course and continue all these things. So what is that you're going to be learning as part of the syllabus? So So invest in the skills, not in the courses. Many people think that if I learn a course, I can get a job. No, 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 no. 100% you cannot get a course. Institution will teach you course. Only good gurus will give you, will create a skills in you, right? That is very, very important, guys. Okay. Now, anybody can learn this kind of a courses. It is not the qualification. It is completely the guru. 6 months is the validity for the course. If you join the course now, 6 months you will get videos access. 6 months you can jump. For example, you're not able to continue in this batch. Next month you can jump, or you can go in for the flexi timing or the flexible timing classes. You can jump. There is no problem at all. And after 6 months also, if you wanted to continue, pay some nominal amount, 100 200 rupees, and continue the course for another 1 month or 2 months or 6 months maximum. Clear? So daily 1 hour classes will be there. So as part of this course, I'm going to be giving you sample CVs, everything, lab support, interview questions, placement assistance, daily doubts clarifications, one to one. I have given my number. So anything you will be able to use, and anything, anytime you can just come back. And if I'm busy, I will not be able to take your call, but definitely I will give you a call back and we can connect one to one on this number. I can clarify all your doubts. Okay. So till the placement, after the placement, you will be able to get. You can also talk to Mr. Mukesh Srivastava and ask his feedback how he's able to crack the interview, being a non-technical guy from 8 lakhs to 23 lakhs. How is able to crack the interview? You will be able to get it. So that is what I wanted to tell you guys. And if you have any questions, you can ask me now. Lifetime access, unlimited data sets, interview questions, sample CVs, free projects are included. 20 plus assignments are going to be there. When flexible learning, anything can learn from using videos, live clarification sessions, one-to-one classes I'm going to be giving you. What is that you require? Only time. Daily 1 hour of live class you need to have, and remaining 2 hours of practice you need to have. Laptop is mandatory. What is the laptop configuration? Tomorrow I'll be able to talk about it. As part of data analytics course, we are going to be learning these 5 modules: SQL Server, Power BI, SSIS, data warehousing, and SSAS. What is SQL Server? What is SQL means SQL Server only. What is SSIS? What is data warehousing? Everything I'll be able to talk about in tomorrow and after tomorrow's class. These 5 modules we are going to be having as part of your data analytics course. Not only Power BI, but also SQL Server, SSIS, data warehousing, and SSAS. All these things will understand what is the need for each and every module, how to go about it. So we'll discuss about in the tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Same time, same meeting ID you can use. Let us continue further. Okay. Thank you guys. Hope you have enjoyed the demo. So we'll continue in part 2 demo in tomorrow's class with the same meeting ID, same time. Did you like the class, guys? Nachinda?